Hello there, and welcome to another Super Mario Maker 2 episode. Today we're going to be playing this challenge. Excuse me, if you could just move to the side for a second, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Hello there, and welcome to the first ever subscriber shoutout video. Now, let's just first make a quick change of scenery. Okay, now a number of you might be wondering, why are we showing a League of Legends background for a Super Mario Maker channel? Now, there's probably a much greater number of you, at least from this week, that already know the answer to this question. So I've been creating content for about a month. I've created about 12 videos so far. I was kind of curious, between 10 to 12, would I still be enjoying it? Is this something that I kind of want to pursue? And I must say, I've been having a blast with it so far. It's been a lot of fun to create these videos and make the content for you. Like most channels, I only really received about 20 to 50 views per video, and probably half of these were actually from me, prior to me realizing that within YouTube Studio you could check the likes without actually clicking the video. Now fast forward to Wednesday, and I was just casually checking my views on my latest video, Note to Self, This Is Why No One Likes No Blocks, just by swiping up occasionally during the day. Saw that it had gone from 11 to say 20 or so, and I thought, okay, this is kind of weird. I had some kind of glitch earlier in the morning, so I thought it was just some kind of YouTube mistake, and just kind of wrote it off for the time being. Later I saw an email from YouTube where it said, congratulations, you have a new subscriber, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. So I checked my phone, okay, new subscriber, okay, another new subscriber, another one, another one, another one. Where the heck are all these subscribers coming from? So at this point I realized, like, okay, well maybe there's something else going on here. So I decided to go check my app again and was sort of swiping up, and it's like 64 views, and then swipe it up, 67 views, 75 views, 84 views. What was going on? At this point I just messaged my wife and just said, I don't know what's going on, but at least with regards to the videos that I have, this video just seems to be going viral for some reason. Now this came as a huge surprise to me because on the weekend I had played a number of troll levels, and I had made a video of one that I thought people might find more entertaining. I had left this one that was actually part of this video in the side burner. It was a fun level, but I didn't think people would kind of find it as interesting to watch, so I just had decided to create a video for it and launch it during the week so I could have at least my 2 to 3 video target and be on my way. We initially thought that maybe it's because my wife created a Twitter account for me and tweeted that video. Maybe that's what caused the influx of users coming to the video, but we weren't sure. So then finally I started getting a little bit of a clue of what might be going on. So when the comments started coming in, I was kind of expecting the viewers to have come were from within sort of the Mario Maker sphere, meaning that they would have maybe seen other YouTubers doing Mario Maker videos or just been watching them themselves on the side. But the comments were coming in saying things more like, I've never watched somebody play Mario Maker before, or I'm not actually a particular fan of Mario games, but I actually found this rather enjoyable. So at that point I started getting a little curious that maybe did these set of viewers come from a different pool of players that were not typically Mario Maker players? So one of the commenters had a picture of Zach on his profile, so I took a quick look at some of the videos he had, and one of them was about a Moo Moo in League of Legends. So then I thought, could these players all be coming from League of Legends somehow? Now, who do I know that could have forwarded me all these viewers from a League of Legends community? And that's how I came to ask my brother on the weekend, as some of you may know as Riot Maple Nectar. Did you do anything that could have promoted or sent users to my channel? And sure enough he did, but we'll get to that. Before saying anything else, I want to thank everyone who arrived here as a result of that tweet for a number of reasons. First of all, thank you so much for all of your support of my brother over the last year, especially during the creation of TFT. I know firsthand he poured his heart and soul into that game, and always making sure to prioritize customer satisfaction over monetization to ensure you had the best experience possible while playing that game. He certainly worked on it for a lot of hours for a long period of time, but it was actually a short period of time considering for game development, just being a quick 4 to 5 months or so worth of development time from start to finish in terms of releasing the game. I know you as his loyal fan base helped him to achieve everything he did in the last year, being through thick and thin through the product development phase and even for the supporting phase after the fact. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support you guys have provided him and for giving him a community that deserves the amount of effort and work that he did to create Teamfight Tactics for you. I would also like to thank all the people who came to this channel from the tweet that he linked. I'm kind of social media challenged in that I've never really had Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of these other high-profile social media apps. So I never really had an idea of how it felt to have viewers, likes, subscribers, and that sort of thing. I can tell you, after pouring many hours into all these videos, I can hardly express the euphoria I had seeing all the views coming in, seeing all the positive comments being left on the channel, and not to mention the almost 50 subscribers that I now have, up from about 5 to 7 or so that I had before. I honestly couldn't concentrate at work the rest of the day. I was just in cloud nine. I could not focus on anything else other than the fact that somehow my video had become super popular. Thank you very much for really making my day this week, and for reinvigorating my passion for making these videos, and for making me excited to start streaming in the near future as well. Now, as for the Twitter messages themselves, it was a very heart-reading read for me. As brothers, I mean, we had our quarrels, as all brothers do in the past, but I think in general we got along fairly well, and even get along fairly well to this day. Back in the day as the older brother, I was fortunate enough to be able to provide a path for him to follow, whether it was from part-time jobs or full-time jobs, even video games, as he mentioned. Even starting to play League of Legends was based on my initial suggestion back in 2009. But in truth, a lot of this could have just been I happened to be the older brother. If the roles were reversed, I'm sure he would have done the same for me, setting a path for me to follow in life as well. However, while our paths were very similar, there was something very different about Richard, and Dota again was actually a good example of this. Regardless of who could control better, and in truth he probably was way better than I was, at least controlling the Dota champions, I think there was a much more subtle reason why he was good at Dota. And the reason for that is, Dota is a team game. While I was able to outperform in most games that just required your own skill, like say for example Super Smash Bros., you could just kind of endlessly grind out that game just playing against bots until you've mastered the mechanics. Richard's strengths lied in a different area. Richard was more about making the whole more than the sum of its parts. Richard's the kind of person who can lead well, and importantly, make others want to follow him. Naturally, I think the same talent is what's made him the high-quality product manager that he is today. I remember back in university, my parents were a little worried about him because of the program he was in, the marks he was getting. They weren't quite sure what the future would hold for them, but I remember saying to them, I don't exactly know what he's going to do, or how he's going to do it, but I know someday he's going to be successful, and may even be a CEO. This said, I couldn't have expected just how far he would come. For one, launching TFT, one of the most popular games to date, for making it on Forbes' 30 under 30 list, and even being a father to 3 beautiful children. I couldn't be prouder of my little brother, and I am so looking forward to what he's going to be doing with his life in the future. Although myself being an introvert, he's inspired me to break out of my shell, to enhance my communication skills, to become, say, team lead at work in a lot of the projects that I'm working on now, as well as what I'm doing right now, which is making Mario content for you guys, and showing all the little embarrassing mistakes that I tend to make along the way. For all of this, I just wanted to say thank you, Richard, for doing what you do and inspiring me and others to do and be better. Thank you very much. Now, just before we wrap up, I want to fact check a little of what Richard was saying in his tweet. One of the parts he mentions is when he plays Ashe, that he goes 17-1. Now, you probably think that's 17-1 in terms of kill deaths, but in fact it was actually 17-1 with regards to wins, losses. I think within his first 20 games, he still had only lost once playing Ashe. And I remembered, I think later on he was in the 51st place of all people who played League of Legends. Coincidentally, the end of my IGN. He was an insanely good player at the time, and again, once he had played Ashe, it was just incredible just how well he was able to do and just continue to go undefeated as that champion. Scanning through some of the other Twitter comments, I just wanted to thank Greg as well for sharing his same passion for Simon the Sorcerer as I do. It's a super good game. I'm hoping to someday do a stream of it myself. And also for Vinoshi for knowing the struggle that content creation is and how long it can take before you get views, for making an effort to come and see my channel, and of course also to those who had commented on the channel. Was really good to have that extra sense of encouragement for what I was doing. Lastly, I also want to thank some of my faithful initial subscribers, which were Shalazar, Daryl TV, Irony Gate, I think a few that I don't necessarily know by name, but they've both provided really cool levels for me to play, and just given me lots of support over the month or so that I've been doing this, so thank you much for you guys as well. Now you've made it all the way to the end. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.